So today I've come to Extreme Trailers in Southampton here in the UK, where I've managed to bag myself VIP access, and I'm joined by the main man, Ross, who's the managing director of Extreme, to show you guys a closer look at the Extreme Trainer lineup. And at the end of it all, I'll be ordering my very own new trailer, which will see me going from a bunk to a roller. Pretty exciting. Never had a roller trailer. Plus, I'll be showing you guys the facilities and hopefully giving you a good idea of what trailer is right for your needs. So guys, do the usual bit, hit the subscribe button, and let's get into the video. Hi, I'm Joe, and if you're new around here, I make videos a little bit like this, and this. In this new series, Jetski Trailers 101, you probably guessed it, but the focus is on Jetski trailers. And what better way to kick it off with one of the largest Jetski trailer manufacturers in the UK, Extreme Trailers. So today, I'm joined by Ross, who's the sales director at Extreme. Come on, Ross, come on in, come say hello.
Good morning.
Nice to see you, mate.
How are you?
Good.
Lovely day for it. We should be out in the water.
I know. So, Ross, you've invited me down. We've been speaking for the best part of, what, 6 months, I would say?
6 months, yes. Seems like a lifetime now.
Yeah, Ross has been fantastic. They've been very accommodating with understanding. I want to show you guys, obviously, the trailers that these guys offer. As you can see, they offer pretty much every shape, size, configuration you could hope for. But instead of me talking, I do a lot of talking, I'm going to pass you over to Ross. And Ross is going to tell you a little bit more about himself and obviously the brand.
Yes, my name's Ross. I said I'm the sales director at Extreme Trailers. We've been manufacturing boat trailers now for 16 years.
Quite a long time then.
Yes, we offer a full range. This is our popular 1300 double jet ski. So this is suitable for jet skis.
It's huge, isn't it?
It's absolutely huge. So we've designed it as wide as possible to be road legal. We've used 10-inch balloon tyres as standard. So to make it slightly lower, our competitors use 13-inch wheels. Okay. But it just makes it slightly low off the ground. Also, it's very suitable for beach launching as well. So you've got 32 non-marking rollers, 16 on each side, fully adjustable, and this is good for any big 3-seater jet ski. We've not had any issues with this one. Obviously hot dip galvanised, everything you need all good to go.
So talk me through, one of the biggest differences I noticed straight away, Ross, is this is obviously braked versus unbraked, and I must admit I've seen the concept around, but this obviously, talk people through what this is.
So this is, so anything over 750 kilos gross, so that's trailer and boat or ski, needs to be braked. So this is a 1300, so it has an overrun braking system here. So we use Alco brakes as standard across our range. Okay. So you have an overrun brake with a brake rod that goes into the braked hub. The bearings themselves are sealed. Now that's standard across the range. Okay. Everything from 300 kilos right up to 35, the sealed bearings, nice. Which we personally guarantee for 2 years. The only boat trailer manufacturer in the UK that offers that. So talk me through a little bit more. You said about flushing. So how does the flushing system work if you have that as an extra? So you've got a fitting on the hub here. Yeah. That's so you literally just connect it in. Yeah, and then you've got a hose pipe you can flush through with fresh water, assuming that you dip it into salt water. Okay, so that makes sense why this is just a little bit bigger. Yeah, it's an optional extra, only 50 quid. It's pretty good though, because obviously if you ride in the salt, most of the time one of the concerns is that as soon as salt gets into places it shouldn't. That's correct, yeah. It obviously creates corrosion. The galvanising is a sacrificial coating, but it's good up to 10 years shelf life there. So that's quite an important thing to touch on, is that obviously all of your trailers are galvanised, which is obviously, for anyone that doesn't know, galvanisation is like your industry standard for basically marine use products that go into the sea, and that obviously helps with corrosion and stuff. But what we'll come on to explain in a second, which is quite exciting, Ross can talk through some of the optional extras. But before we do that, let's talk about the obvious bit, Ross, which is colour customisation. Yes, so our colour customer has requested green. We offer a full range of choice of roller colour. A particular popular one is having red on one side, green on the other, or port on one side and starboard on the other, nautical colours. We have mould tools that make the wobble roller. This was our first one that we developed 14 years ago now. And then we obtained, back in January 2020, we obtained mould tools for all the other non-steel parts of the trailer. That would include the snubbers, the keel rollers, which are featured on other models, but that's where we can do fully customisation. All of our winch straps, which are made in the UK, they're colour matched
Yeah, so this is something that, you know, for anyone that follows my channel, you'll know that in the past I've literally bought what they call Harabon webbing, which is obviously what you have on seat belts.
Yeah.
And I would manually take these apart and get them stitched on. So obviously Extreme at this point now, what colours do you offer, Ross, with these?
So you've got blue, which is our industry standard colour, black, green, orange and red.
Pretty much all of your base is covered then, which is pretty cool. But I mean, it's a small thing, Ross, but I think increasingly what you're seeing now with the price of skis and, you know, the actual attention to detail you're seeing, little things like this. I know it's quite nerdy, but I think that's a really cool addition. I noticed first ever Extreme trailer I got, which we'll show you in a sec down there, which is the 350 bunk.
Yep.
At the time, everything you had was complete, which I get is your brand, blue.
Yeah.
But we're now also seeing small little things like the black
yes.
handle, which obviously naturally, if you've got green, you might want blue, but it matches quite well because it's a neutral colour. So it's good to see that you're obviously now introducing complete consideration throughout the board.
We are anti-welding, we're pro-folding. We look at things differently. We're a marine business. It started manufacturing boat trailers. We know boats and we've designed the trailers around the boats.
Right.
We have a CNC laser machine that folds the metal, opposed to welding two bits of flat together or box together, which is an archaic design, and we are really, we are the market leaders in the boat trailer industry now.
So
we try and look
you're
at things
touching upon non-welding. I guess that's where all of the U-clamps and all of the modular, I guess to an extent this is pretty modular, I would say, in the sense
exactly so. So a lot of the fixings you see on this trailer you'll see on other models and across the range. So like this L bracket, which is cut on the laser machine, 5mm, and then folded and then galvanised. We use that piece along all of our roller jet ski trailers. Right. I can chew the hind leg of a donkey about my boat trailers. You can chew...
I could talk to you about trailers all the time. So let's move on. So if it's a double and you've got two jet skis and you're lucky enough to have two jet skis, consider obviously the double, because I think naturally if you can take two jet skis to the water instead of one, it's good. I think the only problem we'd have, Megs, is room to fit a double in the garage, but I do like it. It's pretty cool.
We do have an unbraked version as well, similar design. We can also offer it with bunks as well. That's typically just for your Spark skis as well.
Got it. So let's move down the line, and again I'll let you lead because you know, you probably know a lot more than me about these trailers. So
this is very popular. This is our 750 jet ski in black.
Okay.
Customer has preferenced that, but with the alloy wheel upgrade. So these are obviously alloy rims.
So this is something Ross, just for a little bit of clarity, really expressed to me how excited he was about it. So for anyone that's not really aware of jet ski trailers, alloy wheels are like kind of a desirable thing, right? Obviously Extreme are one of the only brands to actually offer these quite sexy looking alloys.
They are indeed sexy, yes.
The consideration is obviously, and it's something we've discussed at length, you guys know again I'm super picky, they are slightly wider wheel arch because they're what we call fat boy tyres, is that correct?
That's correct, yeah. A lot of the alloy wheels on the market are low profile, which is just unsuitable for any rough terrain. We source these which have the Sandhopper or fat boy tyre, which is ideal for beach launching, but gives you the bling. This is all it is. It's vanity, but they are...
That's what it's all, to be honest, there's a large part of the consideration. Well, I mean, ultimately, trailers have been around since day dot in terms of jet ski trailers. It's just what we're seeing now is a lot more customization. So this is a stealth model, I guess, in the sense that all black. Little considerations as well, guys, is with these little things like the ancillary knobs, like so this one's for the light board bracketry, obviously. Normally, again, they're always black or they'll be brand color coded. Again, you guys offer these in a range of colors.
Yeah, so we developed this knob ourselves. We've made it ergonomic. That's for the light board bar. So if you loosen that there, you can extend out. Nice. You pop your light board on, and then once you're done, bring it back in, and there's a retaining block underneath. But yes, you can have that in any color as well.
Do you find, I mean, this is a completely random question now, if someone was to purchase a 750, do you ever get it, or if they start on a bunk, would they ever buy this sort of can you buy this bracketry from yourself and then like retrofit in componentry?
Yeah, because the design is modular, like you said, so if they change ski, if they change boat, so this is a 750 kilo trailer, if you adjusted the axle position back, we've set this up in a generic jet ski position, but if you moved it further back and changed these rollers to bunks, you could have it typically on a rib. Again, the rollers would also be suitable, but yes, you can have this multi-purpose.
So essentially, readjust the balance point, these four U-clamps, and slide it backwards, and then you could potentially, so that, I think that's one of the pros for not welding, I guess, versus the modular design.
Yes.
Right, okay, so that's the 750.
Yep.
Unbraked?
Yes, yeah, up to 750 kilo gross is unbraked. Where possible, if you can get away with unbraked, it's obviously best, obviously cheaper, less maintenance. Got it.
So we're moving down. This one looks fairly similar, but what I can notice about this one, it's obviously got, so this is the standard alloy. What size are these wheels, Ross?
10-inch wheels, as standard on our 750 kilo range. This is our, I was going to say bog standard, but it's not bog standard. This is our standard spec 750 Jetski trailer.
Okay.
Again, customer requested black, but you can have any different roller colour at no extra. But this has the standard 10-inch wheels.
Right.
And all of our 750 kilo Jetski trailers has the puncture-proof jockey wheel. Again, a preference, but people, we can change it to different types of jockey wheel. Again, it's all customers' preference.
So one of the things, obviously, we've been discussing trailers for a long, long time at this point, Ross. Probably longer than 6 months, to be fair. I've been bugging you. Talk me through, obviously, it's quite obvious the tiering in terms of trailers.
Yep.
The weight loading, because one thing that always confused me in the past, I know, obviously, each trailer has a different weight loading.
Yes.
For all intents and purposes, when you look online, they look virtually identical, the trailers. Is it literally different gauges of metal being used, or what is it that actually gives it its different weight bearing? Because you've got like extreme 500s or...
Yes. So, good question, actually. So this is our 750 kilo.
Yeah.
So we rate it as 750 kilo because the axle is rated at 750.
Got it, okay.
So 750 kilo axle by design. The wheels are rated up to 750 kilos either side, 375, 375. The coupling is as well, and also the chassis.
Right.
So the next one down is axle that we use is a 500.
Right, okay.
So we have a 500 kilo trailer, and then below that we have a 400, 350 and 300.
Got it. So it is a legitimate consideration, because I've always thought to myself, is that a real thing in terms of weight bearing? Because I mean, when you look at the 350, it is a considerable difference, isn't it? This is going to take 750 kilos, that's going to take 350. Yeah. You think of the newer, bigger skis in particular, they obviously weigh a ton. So it's not the box section that changes, it's the weight load that you can put through the axle, coupling, and the componentry.
No, it is also the box section. So we rate this at 350, even though it has a 500 kilo axle, even though the wheels can take 500, but the chassis is 50 by 30.
Right.
So it's a smaller, lighter chassis.
Which you can see, to be fair, it's visually, obviously, you know, can tell that the box section has dropped down. But that said, one of the reasons why I was keen to show the 350, the skis from the 90s, the jet skis from the 90s are considerably smaller. So when you think about all trailers that are on the market at the moment, the fact that you're offering something that small, you could quite easily put, for example, this won't mean anything to you, like a 1991 SP on that, and it would sit quite well. If you put an SP on this, all of a sudden it would look quite odd and quite silly. So the fact that you offer that one, I think it just opens up the door for more of a range, if you like.
Yeah, we try and have the most detailed range of unbraked trailers in the UK market. I believe we have. So leading us on to the 350. So this is set up for the 350 Spark, but it is again fully adjustable. So it can fit any jet ski boat for this length, overall about 10 to 12 foot. But typically this is set up again for a Spark because the axle position is further forward and the bunks are set up. So if you picked up a Spark this afternoon, you could literally drive this to the showroom, they would plonk it on, no setup required.
I think my audience would probably kill me, Ross, if I bought a Spark, but that's a conversation for another day. So this, as I touched on up that end, this is what I started with 4 years ago. It was my first ever trailer. I can remember being blown away. I actually purchased a ski from Kent, and I begged the dealer at the time to give me a new trailer. Right. You might know Jetworks in Kent.
Yep, Tom.
Yeah, Tom Hope. I begged him for a new trailer, and he eventually said, "Okay, Joe, I'll get 350." And at the time, I was ecstatic. I'd never heard of Extreme at that point. And for me, it's the little things you guys do. So at the time, seeing the bracketry is all kind of placed nicely. It doesn't look like just a metal fabrication thrown together with no real consideration. So that was the thing that struck me. But naturally, 2 months on, I was thinking, what can I do to this trailer to like elevate and you customize it even more? So the trailer was disassembled. I took it to my local powder coater and they powder coated it. This is where I'm going to tee you up. What do you guys now offer, Ross, in terms of customization?
Yes, our customers have been pining for us to do powder coating for years. Finally, we've been able to rise.
I would have been one of those customers, to be fair, Ross.
So last year, we've developed a range of powder coated models, 750 being the most popular. So we can then powder coat the whole chassis,
Yeah.
Including winch posts, the brackets, all the flat pieces as well, which stand us off from the competition. So not just the frame,
Yeah.
but the frame, the drawbar, the cross members, the mudguard brackets, every other little piece. So it just gives it that extra finish, that extra edge, that
So
extra
essentially,
customization.
everything apart from the axle. The little side story that my followers will know, I spent ages sanding the actual axle down and getting it automotively sprayed, because obviously you can't put the pressed rubber suspension into an oven to bake for powder coating, which is why I now know you guys don't do it.
Please don't.
It's worked quite well, but I can see why you guys, my recommendation, guys, would be leave the axle standard gal. Even though you get that punch of silver through, I think there's a reason why you guys don't spray them. So I've gone to that headache of doing it, and it really doesn't work. So I think what you guys have spec'd in terms of the things you coat is probably all of the right things to coat, in all honesty, because I think going that one step too far, things like the U-bolts, I've seen people before spray things like U-bolts and stuff, it always ends up getting just a little bit messy. So the fact you can coat everything apart from U-bolts, axle, that's basically it, isn't it, really?
Yeah, well, on our powder coated model, we do the toe down points, we do the equalisers, we even do the aluminium wing bracket as well. That's also powder coated.
So that's one of your USPs, isn't it?
Yeah, and it just looks really nice, like all black, the stealth model.
So the question is, Ross,
yes,
when are you going to start doing custom colour fabric? Because that's, again, something, I took your timber apart on my one, took all the staples out, bought the carpet, wrapped it up. Is that a stretch too far, do you think?
No, not at all. We now offer black.
Okay, nice.
As an option.
To be fair, black's pretty good, because I've done red in the past, it fades. So to be fair, black's probably a good, safe choice.
Yes, now we offer black, again as standard, again along with all the other furniture, the snubbers, the keel roller can be black, and of course the winch strap as well.
So I think you pretty much customise everything at this point, don't you?
Yes.
Okay, so let's do a final sort of recap. So we've got a 350, 750 with the non-fancy blingy wheels.
Yes.
And then we've got a double trailer all the way up there at the end. So would you say this is a good representation of kind of the whole range?
Yes, in our PWC range, certainly.
Nice, nice. Okay.
You happy?
Yeah.
Because you're the director. You know.
I haven't got a clue, Ross.
He's just an actor.
It's so sunny. I think that's the thing.
To be fair, that's a compliment. An actor, I think that's a stretch, mate. That's
I've had a lot of fun on two strokes. My auntie and uncle had a boat down in Wareham, and yeah, my teenage years was going out on their Seadoo XP.
So what do we have here, Ross?
So this is our CNC laser machine. We acquired this in 2012. Now this revolutionised the manufacturing process.
Okay.
So the thing is, with a saw blade, you can only cut in a straight line, or you can punch a hole. But with a laser machine, it really opened the floodgates on how we manufactured. So this is why we fold our metal opposed to weld. So you can cut a semicircle, fold it over, and have a one-piece part opposed to two pieces welded together.
So this is essentially bracketry components?
Yes.
Nice.
So we're giving it a day off, a day of rest. This can laser cut up to 8mm. So anything you see flat on any of our trailers, from the mudguard brackets to the L brackets, all done on that laser. And that's why we're able to do nice rounded edges. Because if we were doing it the old-fashioned way,
which is what I've seen a lot of the bracketry.
So that they would just buy a strip of metal, they would cut it on an iron worker,
and then just do a simple bend,
and punch them hole. Here, it's all done for you.
So the question is, how good's your knowledge? What's that for?
That is for the jockey wheel clamp. So our pressed jockey wheel clamps. That's a retaining plate.
I thought I might be able to catch you out there just for a second.
That is for our swing and arm sides. So previously we'd have two strips of 50x6, again welded together. Again, that's like our competitors do. This is folded, then welded. So less welding, more strength, cleaner.
And I guess not that I would imagine it would happen, but if you ever had any component failure, switch it out.
Exactly. But because it's folded opposed to welded, there's less chance
of it failing.
Yes.
Okay, so
you're
that's
relying on that weld where you're not with this.
CNC machine?
Yes.
Okay.
So here we have one of our injection moulding machines.
Okay.
So this machine here, so we've owned the mould for our roller since its creation. We brought it in-house back in 2009 when our current supplier of our rollers, he doubled the unit costs. I thought, wow, we could do it better ourselves. So we bought a used machine on eBay, and we figured out how to use it.
Right.
And we realised that machine was actually the most crucial part, because without rollers we can't make roller trailers. So
that's essentially the insert into that.
Yes. So we invested in a brand new machine and we've never looked back. And since then we've obtained other mould tools, and hence why we do the full range. So what you've got is a two-part process. First part is the inner. So that's a fully automatic process.
Okay.
So Sam would fill the hopper, and this would take about 90 seconds. It'll pop out the bottom.
Okay.
So no labour required. The second part is the outer, which is where the different roller colours come in. Right. That is a semi-automatic process.
Okay.
So Sam would put this into the mould tool, and it will come out, and this would then be outer moulded to here. There we are, one roller.
Was that malleable then?
Yeah, so a bit softer. You see it's still warm. Again, it takes about 90 seconds, and that's where we can then offer different roller colours.
So that really is pressed in there, isn't it?
Yes. And then,
brilliant.
Again, this is where, we could in theory do different inners. We've done them before, we've done white, we've done red, we've done green. I've got a few.
Because am I right in saying, my knowledge is not amazing, but it's pellets, isn't it? It's like little pellets that get melted down.
Yeah, it's a compound granules.
Granules, right, there we go.
But it's reground, so it's recyclable products most importantly. But it's, hard wearing, and then have a different roller colour. There we go, look, matches your jumper.
I know, can you tell that I like red?
Do you like red, do you? I mean, it must be your favourite colour. But there you are. But that's just one of our injection moulding machines in action.
Nice, very good. So next up, you're going to sell me a trailer.
Yes. So obviously I've shown you our generic range.
Yeah.
Obviously we do the powder coat, which I know you're very, very interested in. So if I show you, our website has the 350 jet bunk, which I showed you, which is typically for the Spark, but also for a lot of the older two-strokes as well.
Yeah.
The standard 750 Jetski. It's shown here in blue, but we also do it in all the different other colours, the black that you saw, green, grey.
So I'm thinking 750 is probably where I want to be in terms of actual size, because coming from like a 350 background, I definitely want that more pumped up look. So like at the moment I'm running the smaller 8-inch wheels on the smaller ones. With some of the newer skis that I've got, they're a little bit bigger in stance. So like my XPDI, for example, is a bigger ski, and it's always to me felt just a little bit too big. Although weight-wise it's fine on at the extreme bunk. Right. I just feel like it would sit better on a roller. Yeah. So definitely roller. I think 750 because, like I say, it just looks more pumped up. Yeah. And then it's got to be, of course, powder coated.
Of course.
And then, what colour do you think is my favourite colour, Ross?
Oh, is it blue? No, well, obviously it's the red, the matching red for you. So let me show you our Jetski custom. Again, this is just a generic custom trailer, if that is such a thing. A bit of an oxymoron, generic and custom.
I was going to say, there's nothing generic about that as far as trailers go.
So this is all fully powder coated. So chassis, cross members, drawbar, and then you've got the equalisers, and you've got that wing bracket that I showed you, which I've got one here. Again, so this aluminium wing bracket, again, is our own mould, our own design, made in Southampton. We actually have to have it, so they cast it, we actually have to fettle it, grind it all off and drill the hole. So again, we make as much as possible in the house, but we can powder coat this.
So that's the bit that these sit either end.
Sits onto, so then it's coned in the middle.
Right.
So for easy recovery.
Yeah.
But this there, we can also powder coat, which just look cool. So,
right, so we can get all that colour match.
So we can do black, we can do red. So
Yeah.
if you wanted, I don't know, winch post, these equaliser arms, if you wanted those red, we can make that red.
So what I kind of envisioned
World
is
is your oyster.
obviously all of the main bracketry, mainframe black,
Yeah.
just so that the, it looks nice and clean.
Yeah.
But then things like, I'm not sure what you call these.
Yeah.
So these
Equalisers.
equalisers. Can we have those in like a matching red? And then, like you said, I definitely like the idea of the winch post because for me it just gives
Yep.
a pop of colour at the front.
Yep.
Obviously things like snubber block, this winch strap,
Yeah.
red,
Yeah.
and the rollers all red.
Yeah, so let me bring up, we should have a red one, unfortunately. You know, the screen doesn't do it justice, but here we go. So
looks
you could
pretty
have
epic.
red there, you would have red knob,
Yeah.
a light bulb knob, you'd have the red adjustable keel roller,
Yeah.
the red snubber block, and the red winch strap. So
Nice.
you would like the winch post. So obviously the whole trailer to be powder coated, but in term and black, with the exception of the winch post,
Yeah,
the equalisers.
yeah.
Okay, well that would be pretty cool. We've not done that before.
Yeah, I think that would look pretty epic because I think sometimes I don't want to go too garishly red in the sense that like red everywhere, but I just think like a pop of colour so it ties in with the accent details of the skis will look quite cool.
I know you were speaking about having the jockey wheel. The jockey wheel clamp on ours is black, as well as the jockey wheel itself.
Okay.
Handle. If you want, we can.
Yeah, so one of the things that I'm particularly kind of a bit anal about is I have customised even things down to like jockey wheel knobs.
Right.
Is that something we could do in sense of like?
So it's not something we stock.
Okay.
But, you know, we are trying to offer full customisation service.
Okay.
And it's something that we need to rise to.
Okay.
So yes, we can look at sourcing. Look, I would say anything that you would recommend if you wanted to put different.
It's just more
items
so
on.
as long as it hits your specification.
Yeah.
It's more just so that when you look at that trailer in its totality, you're like, I can see that everything's been considered here. Which I think, to be fair, you pretty much are there. But if we could elevate it with the equalisers, the winch post,
Yeah.
I think hopefully I'd have one of the
Yeah.
most customised trailers in the country.
I'm sure we can do that, and I'm sure you'll be very impressed.
So talk me through things like lead times and stuff. What would I realistically be looking for if I was, I wish I will do. If I'm to order that one today, what would I realistically be looking at?
So with anything custom, obviously it extends the lead time. Because we manufacture everything in-house, so at any one moment I ensure that we have 3 months worth of stock bought in parts.
Okay.
And the steel was UK sourced, and we have it on the shelf. And it just the powder coating just extends that lead time. So
Okay.
something like that, I would say, we'd be looking at 4 weeks.
Okay. That's pretty competitive, to be fair.
Because we ensure that we have sufficient stock levels. And if it's just the one trailer, we can squeeze into our build capacity fairly quickly, even at peak season. But yeah, we try and be the most efficient trailer manufacturer in the UK, as well as the best. But our lead times generally are less than anyone else's.
And one of the other questions that I know is quite important, it's something that's been important to me in the past, is when you go to things like dealers and stuff, I know obviously you have different partnership with different dealers around the country.
We do,
How
yeah.
would it look in the sense of, I was hypothetically purchasing a new ski,
Yeah.
although I'm old gen, so it doesn't quite make sense, but if I was to be at a dealer and I wanted to purchase a trailer, an extreme trailer,
Yeah.
do these get sent to the dealers or do you come to pick it up? How does that
Yes.
normally work?
So we work with our dealer network.
Okay.
So if you're buying a ski from one of our customers, essentially, then we would work with them and
Of course,
you.
it sounds odd, they are your customers, even
Yeah.
though we're their customers.
So we're there to support our customers. So we would work with them alongside you.
One thing I did want to touch on is a controversial kind of stance on it.
Uh-oh.
As much as I love the alloy wheels, I've got
Yes.
this great love for, one of the reasons I like the Extreme brand is your 10-inch
Yeah.
fenders, which are slightly narrower. Now I
standard
know there's
size,
merit in fat boy tyres, don't get
Yeah.
me wrong, but where I ride primarily, that's not
Yeah.
really a point of consideration. Could
Yeah.
I go with just standard 10-inch hubs with the thinner?
So that mug
So
guard
yes,
there.
essentially
Yeah.
that, but with the powder coating and everything
yeah.
we just discussed.
Yeah, well, obviously it's going to be more practical, being a steel rim. The alloys is for the Mr. and Mrs. Vane.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still a 10-inch diameter wheel. So
Yeah.
in terms of road use, it's still going to be very appropriate. yeah, you're just going to have the different mudguard. Obviously, you want it to your own taste, so yeah, we'll happily do that for you.
So if you could have done this 4 years ago, I would have been absolutely buzzing. But you've made me do it the hard way. I've customised like 3 trailers myself, and now finally I can take ownership of one.
Great.
From you directly, which is really exciting.
We'll look forward to making it, and can't wait for you to see it.
Nice. So guys, I shall see you in the next episode, or 4 weeks time. So hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you soon.